If you're someone that's struggling with making changes in your life, whether it's for religious purposes, health purposes, or just self-development purposes, let me tell you a little about Jihad Al Nafs, which means battle within yourself or soul. Jihad Al Nafs basically means, have you ever heard the story of like good wolf, bad wolf that lives inside of you, and whatever wolf you feed is whatever wolf will basically like win? That's what Jihad Al Nafs means. So, for example, we'll use me as an example. I realized that I have outgrown a lot of things that I went through when I was in my 20s. And in my 30s, I struggled a lot with being disciplined to these changes. And for me, it was more so the religious standpoint. I am not the most religious person in the world. Inshallah, one day I will eventually develop to that. But I do take my faith very seriously. And everything for me always resonates back to my faith. And I really wholeheartedly believe in reading Quran and staying steadfast in your prayers. So, let's see an example I could use. Let's say you stop drinking and stop smoking, and you are going through this cleanse and you're doing great and you're, on top of your prayers, you've been reading Quran, and then you just get bored. I mean, it happens. And you just are like, oh, I miss going out. I miss my friends. I miss the environment I was in. That is where Jihad al Nafs comes to play. So that is when you have to decide on what side of your soul you're going to feed. Are you going to feed that toxic side, or are you going to feed that good side, the one that's developed, the one that's made progress over time? Because you have to remember, Allah has given all of us free will. We have free will to practice and do whatever it is on this earth, in this dunya. But that's the test, because you have to believe, which is something that I struggled with, is that there will be a day of judgment and you're going to return back to Allah, and it's only going to be our soul. All of this, all your material things, nothing goes with you. It doesn't. So that's what you have to sit and think about. And then you also have to think about how you feel, or how you used to feel when you were in those environments, or you used to put yourself in those situations. So you really need to take self-accountability. Self-accountability is huge. If you're someone that's in denial and you're still blaming others, or blaming your parents, or blaming the way you grew up at your adult self day and age for things, you really need to take a moment and reevaluate. And it doesn't always have to be like a religious standpoint. Maybe you just need to go to therapy, and there's nothing wrong with therapy. I've done therapy. Therapy is healing. It's always great to speak to a professional that's not going to judge you and just be able to get some type of logical feedback. But the one creator that you should always turn back to is Allah, because you can trust Allah with everything and Allah will speak to you. Now, it doesn't need to always be that extreme. It could be something else that you are struggling with, like, let's say you've been consistent with your prayers and then you start to get lazy, or you're not praying on time. That goes back to the battle of yourself, your soul. You are in control. Your mind is a lot stronger than you think it is. And when you stay disciplined and you stay consistent, you will see results. And if you mess up, you fall down 9 times, you get up 10. Okay, guys, we get up 10 around here. If you are someone that is struggling with your faith, struggling with remaining on a straight path, or not feeling worthy, this is where I recommend you join my Quran study community. It's non-judgmental, open space. We discuss surahs of the week. We really dive into tafsir now, which I'm super excited about. The more you know, the more you grow. And I just think that it's great to have an open space of women only, so that you don't feel judged and you feel like you have people that are championing you and helping you and really able to relate to you, because we all have our vices. We all have skeletons in our closet, and you don't always have to broadcast what it is that you're going through. But I do want you to remember that you are in control. So, what wolf are you going to feed? The good wolf or the bad wolf?